All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in GM mode, post SummerSlam, post beef, and post bragging rights. And Cheek, I'm gonna load you in. You are leading us off the Raw for SummerSlam, and it's a new era for WCW with the beef gone. Let's see what you're cooking here.
Yeah, so speaking of the beef being gone, you can see on my card right there, Too Big to Take Down is officially over with, but our next shakeup that is active is cardio training, which all my superstars lose much less stamina from their matches. So that should help us quite a lot, especially most of my guys are pretty well rested after all of my beef taking up a lot of my focus. So it's going to be weird to try to book normal again. So let's go through and see how we do. I did want to check real quick. So also to note, as a refresher, Uncle Howdy and Roman Reigns is going to be a new deal. So I guess we'll have to try to force a Uncle Howdy and Roman Reigns rivalry.
Yeah. Triple H sent you that email at the end of the last episode saying that the people want to see Uncle Howdy versus Roman, and you get a boost anytime they're in a singles triple threat fatal four-way. I can't remember if tag was on there, but
it said no tag.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
I'll go back out and show you guys, but
so they get so Cheek will get some sort of favorable boost by having these guys together. A little intel from the game.
Later.
Oh, Triton, the myth, the legend, the 6-second man Triton.
All right, so for the sake of match types or the fight styles, I am gonna throw Cody Rhodes in. We're gonna make it a title match, so hopefully this will help me out with Uncle Howdy and Roman, and maybe we can get this title moved around. So that should be interesting. We'll see if any rivalries spark. And just for funsies right there in parentheses, it says not tag. Not tag. Speaking of not tag, I won't be able to do Uncle Rico this week. That's something I'm going to have to try to finagle to get the belts either off of Uncle Rico. That way Roman and Howdy can do their deal, or what have you. So next thing is next. I need to find a good opponent for The Miz. I guess I'm going to give Braun a chance, but he also only has 10 stamina, so I'm not going to do this match.
Cooled off.
Yeah, they did cool off.
Shit.
We're going to get this rivalry back and going. And I do need to get the ladies. We're going to do a fatal four-way. We're just going to have all my ladies in there, and then I'm going to work on seeing what rivalry pops. And I need to add more ladies to my roster so I can actually have female tag champs. And then we don't have a lot left. I'm trying to find some good stamina. So we got Akira. I guess we can have Akira's in a bout with Script or Script's
WCW's newest feature. At the bottom there, I forget his name already. Kombucha or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I forgot about that's a good shout too. Yeah, the
we
free
do have
superstar. The other email.
Kombucha's a cruiser.
And I'll tell you who cruisers match up well with.
Giants. You know what? This man is about to just get punished by Kane.
Personally, I think that I don't know if they're gonna do it for 25, but I think they should do like you can also have like good chemistry between giants and giants, cruisers and cruisers. You know what I mean? Like cruisers and cruisers obviously put on a good match.
I think it'd be interesting if like how this year they added. I understand the base level of like the archetypes or whatever, but like how this year they added tag teams seem to be able, even if they don't get chemistry right away, you can develop it over time. It'd be interesting if you had a couple guys competing in matches, maybe like over time they would develop a chemistry together as like opponents or something like that.
Yeah, that would just be exquisite. That'd be cool. Now to keep this rivalry going, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. I have Cody Rhodes, so I'm gonna have scripts call out Cody. Self promos for Uncle Rico, or for sorry, just Ricochet, and then the Miz. So we'll have a 4-way here. I think that's gonna be my card. I do just want to check some of the logistics. I got 160, about 159,000 to play with after my show cost. I got 4 assets. I think I'm gonna upgrade and do my email campaign. I think that's my next.
Tags come through.
Ooh, sauce. And then I'm also gonna get backstage.
Oh, the double down?
Actually,
I love KFC.
I can either get Hell in a Cell or Falls Count Anywhere. Let's do the backstage crew. There we go.
Big upgrades at WCW.
Yeah, and then this one might be good because I got some Giants, maybe Kombucha, but I don't have the money this week. Fixed match, I actually am gonna buy it. I like having those stacked. And then yeah, the only guy I have, I'm gonna use this because I have a lot of Giants that are very low. Like
Okay.
Braun Strowman and like a lot of those bigger name guys, they're down to like 10, 15 stamina just to help get some of that back from all the Meat Mountain chaos. If you missed all that, go back in the playlist.
And if you're newer to GM mode if
Cody
you
Rhodes.
forget, this power card is exclusive to Tyler Breeze. So Cheek will get that card once every season. And we did have a comment on a recent video as well. So we didn't know this until recently. I was watching the lovely boys at New Legacy Inc. and they started talking about it. This year, the power cards do not carry over season to season. Last year they did. So from the power card perspective, we do have between now and the end of the season to basically use everything we've got. Otherwise, we lose it. Speaking of losing it, it's time to negotiate a contract while I only have $48,000 in my budget.
Good luck, brother.
Let's start with something that makes
holla,
me feel good inside. Holla, holla, holla. How'd you manage to pull that off?
I cheated.
I can't really. I can't say this when I'm about to have to let Shawn Michaels go because I only have $48,000. So I guess I'm the best. I wanted to be more modest, but
Can you do your Teddy Long impression?
I'll do a good go one-on-one with the Undertaker, player. That's all I can do.
There was no heart in that.
All right, Andre Chase, a little disappointed that they came up short in the tag titles, but he gets a little morale increase. Sami Zayn got his rematch against Dijak, got it done for us, and great representation at Bragging Rights. Very well done. And this one's gonna be tough because I don't have the money to do this.
Ooh.
So I have to
You
get
won't
very
take 48K?
lucky with a contract extension. Otherwise, Sexy Boy is gone.
Ooh, shake up time. Let's go.
Oh, my favorite time.
It's magical. A+ medical team. Superstars
Oh
who
my
cut
God,
promos
I'm
or sit
giant.
out a show, regain an additional 4 stamina.
Ooh.
Giant PR training. All Giants on the roster get plus. God, imagine if Cheek got that. His whole roster would have been
Dude.
5-star Mike. And then pack them in. Decrease all ticket prices by 10%. The capacity increase by 40.
Oh.
I believe I got this last year.
You did. That was like
And it
one
was-
of the reasons you won.
Yeah, I feel like that was a big game changer. And I don't think the Giants one is tempting.
Shut
But with
up.
me only having the one, if I had more, I generally would. Like, just having a
Yeah, that's
5 mic skill, it's just like advertising like crazy. But
slap in the face.
I
to
think we're
everyone.
gonna pack them in.
Fuck.
Hopefully this helps me money a little bit too. Obviously ticket prices are less, but there's more seats. And now it's gonna be the moment of truth here because before I even look at Triple H's goal, I'm gonna go straight to power cards and pray to God there's a contract extension. It's the only way I get to keep Shawn Michaels. Oh man, it hurts. It hurts. Oh, my
Word,
roster is
word.
really thin too right now.
Ooh.
Well,
Made a
tits.
trade.
Sure.
Let's see. Okay, so it throws me for a small loop. So I can put brand start with 0 scouting points. If I do this by accident, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm not too worried. I did have a play coming into this week for one of my goals here. Book 10 shows the GM interference. I was brainstorming. I'll probably do this now because I need cheap bodies anyway. So the plan was to have, pulling up my roster here, just to pull it up. Sami Zayn, I wanted to see if he is still stale with Gunther, and it's not. So Gunther, being the winner of the Elimination Chamber match at Bragging Rights, earns him a title match. Since that feud is no longer stale, I'll give them a legitimate feud. The next step off that was going to be Big E versus Shawn Michaels, but we're going to let Shawn Michaels go now, which makes me very sad. So I need to figure out a heel to fight Big E because Big E just finished a feud with Logan Paul, so I need a different one. And yeah, we're kind of thin. So I'm going to put some matches on the card for the things I know I can do. So Bianca Belair finished her feud with Dakota Kai. We're now going to go ahead and transition Bianca over to Chelsea Green. I also see Dakota Kai flashing gold, so I'm going to handle this quick. If I can hit the right button. I think this is our first time having one of these. So every 5 levels, you get a new perk. And since we got Dakota Kai up to level 10, I can choose a 10% less likely chance of being injured, or loses less morale from being injured, losing, or being benched. She's pretty happy right now. I think since my women's roster is smaller, it's probably more beneficial for me to go basic injury. So I'm going to take that one, get a new perk on her. Back over here, we're going to throw Dakota Kai into the feud with the newly acquired Becky Lynch. We traded Ludwig Kaiser and money that I technically could have used to sign Shawn Michaels, but it is what it is. Sami Zayn and Gunther will be a thing. Sami Zayn's stamina is pretty low. I could get a physio there. I need a new tag team feud, but pretty deadly. And Chase, you also have singles feuds that I could use for this week. So we're going to do those on paper just to throw stuff on the card. I want to see how things kind of look. I could do a call out here of Gunther calling out Sammy to start things off for them, give Sammy the night off. And then we're going to transition to my demonic idea. So initially what I was thinking was get a tag partner to join Nathan Frazier to go after the tag belts in a feud against the heels, Pretty Deadly. But now with him being out, I have I have injury rehab 3. I could heal him this week, and maybe use him for a promo to try to get him to not be annoyed. But the other idea I had was for GM interference, which was to sign a free agent. I was gonna sign a free agent to a 4-week contract, and all 4 of the weeks leading up to the pay-per-view, I would do a GM interference for the person they're facing to boost their morale. So I think I'm gonna grab the cheapest option here, which would be
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. 4 weeks, $52.50. And then I'm gonna put
C stand for Ka.
I know,
The
right?
world may never know. Actually, the world does know. And then we're gonna go. Oh shit! That scared the hell out of me. Oh baby! All right, so I'm gonna heal Nathan Frazier. Bang. I'm gonna buy pre-match physio. I'm gonna use pre-match physio on Nathan Frazier. Hello? There he is. Because I've gotten him very popular off his feud, so I need to not lose him. And then Nathan Frazier is going to be the first beneficiary of GM Interference Palooza. That one doesn't flow as well off the tongue as Fatal 4-Way
Can you say Nathan Frazier's name like you do Kaiser from now on since you lost him?
Yeah, we could say that like Nathan Frazier like won the right to have his name said like that. That's what was on the line at the pay-per-view. So that'll Pure Match Physio should protect there from the injury. And then next week I'll give him like a legitimate week off. But that'll get him back in the fold. Hopefully get him to be a happy wee little lad. And then we're gonna do a call-out promo here. Kit Wilson can call out Andre Chase. This is gonna mean they're gonna get tables.
Get the table.
And then which one of these? So this has. No, this has more popularity in the rivalry, so I think that's gonna work. And then we will. I still would like to get a. Excuse me. I'd still like to get a tag team partner set up for a tag title feud, but we'll wait to do that. And we'll let Andre Chase do a little bit of training this week.
Ooh, okay.
So did I accidentally do this? I did not. Not too worried about it. So GM interference, I'm going to start working through these by having a jobber that just becomes the fall man. Literally the true ideology of wrestling. Alcee Trez is the sacrificial lamb. We get a tables match, give me one away from this, which will get me my first trophy when I do it. This one I'm accepting I can't do. TLC will come. Tag team matches will come. Make sure I didn't want any of the other power cards. Can't afford them anyway. I think we're golden. Prayers up. It might be a rough show for ECW, but it's time to reset the story.
And guess what? Before we start SmackDown, I created a haiku. Call me Cheek, because I have created a haiku. And do you want to hear my haiku? Yeah, I'm assuming you do. Okay. The haiku is: SmackDown holds its ground. Second at bragging rights. Safe. Punishment escapes. Because at second place, I don't have to get punished. I don't get to steal superstar or money, but I get to avoid all of that punishment. So, let's get into SmackDown. Seth Rollins is not happy. Yeah, wham. Crying. As former champion, I'm enacting my rematch clause. I think that's fair. Obviously, we'll get him back up. Oh, look, a little smile happened for him now.
A little happy boy.
So an interesting thing happened at me to where my boss decided to show up out of the blue and make my life really difficult. What a jerk.
Oh.
You know anyone like that? Oh, it might be me. Oh, boy.
Snap.
Oh, no. I got 2 PRs, so obviously I can have specialists or giants get a mic skill, and I'm going to press Y very carefully, not X.
Right, yeah.
We have 1 giant on the roster, 2 giants, 3 giants, and, well, technically 5 giants with the big women that we have. And for specialists, we have Damon Uso. Pretty good
That might be
specialist.
the
And
only
obviously, no, some people can obviously change, but I don't have the time to go through everybody right now because I am not picking that anyways. We're not going to waste a week changing shit up. And we don't have enough giants. So I don't even know what this is. Let's read it together. Cash for cuts. Select a supercar whenever they are used in a match. But they and other superstars in the match have an increased risk of injury. 15K. Select a superstar to gain 15K whenever in the match. But they and other superstars in the match. Oh, shit. I'm picking it, though. I'm picking it.
Who are you going to put at risk?
Well, I feel like I got to go with my most stamina person. Although I kind of also want to take somebody who maybe doesn't have a contract. I don't think I have any non-contracts on the roster. Oh, almost is my only non-full-time contract. Apollo Crews has the stamina to do it, so I'm leaning Apollo. Damian Priest, bisexual Undertaker, also up there too, but he's got the stamina. He's going to be in matches anyways, and I don't want him hurt. So Apollo Crews, who's in a feud with Almost right now. There it is. We're picking Apollo Crews. But also, the other superstars do have a chance of getting hurt in that match as well. I got to remember that.
Yeah, you got to try to avoid like the multis.
Not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing in the world. We got this. Okay, get schooled. You know what?
That's fair.
Yeah, because I know you're hurting on superstars. So if you want to try to get one next week,
that's the strategy. We said that card's only really useful if you know someone needs to make a signing. So
yeah,
completely makes sense.
All contracts next week by 25K. I don't think you have any contracts. So I'm not going to sewer you there too. And by the way, if you're wondering, hey, Canada, why are you sewering Cody? Isn't he your friend? Well, he is. But at the end of the last season, if you go back into the playlist and watch our last season, 2003, was it 2003 mode? You can see at the last episode why I'm targeting Cody all this year. Contract negotiation is pretty good, but like I said, only almost is. Oh wait, I have this. I don't need to buy it. I'm gonna wait till I need it. But I think I'm gonna get another Get Schooled 1 5-ring XP. I can obviously go like it's 10 for 5, 15 for 30. The math works out there. So I don't get a bonus for getting 2 anyways.
Yeah, that's interesting. That they don't give you like a value to get the better one.
Well, I just looked at my cash money. I forgot I made trades. Oh my god, we're getting to Get Schooled 3. We're getting injury rehab. Hello. I could have literally bought a new arena, but it's fine. I'm waiting for the arena. I'm not too worried. Nobody else has money except for Teddy Long. So let's go book our thing here. We're gonna do a triple threat. I'm actually kind of scared. I think somebody's getting injured this match because we're doing Mr. Reenactment Clause, and we got to keep the we got to keep it. Oh, manually it's 34. Oh. Do I have 3 weeks to give him a title match, or it has to be tonight?
Usually that's just like,
no.
You can't have him defend it against anybody else first. So you could wait 2 months as long as Seth Rollins was the next one to get a title match.
Okay, great. Oh, why to give Hulk Hogan Apollo Crews too? Oh boy, wait, didn't that already happen?
Yeah, you completed that. I don't know why I put him in that order.
Wait,
I just noticed Triple H doesn't want to see Damon Uso
completed.
though.
Damon, what the hell? I just traded for him. Don't put him in a match. Don't put him in a match. Hello.
Oh yeah, you can still.
He doesn't need a self. He does not need a self promo. He's gonna call out even though he did not win, he is calling out the World Heavyweight Champion, or I guess technically the Undisputed Champion, whatever you want to call it. It's our main championship. We're getting in there hot and heavy. We are gonna. Oh man, I don't have to do Apollo Crews. That tag team didn't work out anyways. Hulk Hogan needs a new tag partner. So, Hulkamaniacs. Nope, sorry, that's already done. We've already been there, done that. We're gonna try out. I think since Carmelo Hayes is a little bit injured, he's taking his time off. We're giving it to Trick Williams. Hulkster, he says, "Hey, you're a former tag team champion, brother. I can't do it as good as Cody. You're a former tag team champion, brother. Get over on this winning tag team champion with a 20 skill in-ring wrestler like Hulk Hogan." And of course, we're just gonna put him up against the. Ooh, no, we're not actually. Everybody's dead.
That post pay-per-view stamina hits different.
It really does. So you know what? That means we're gonna have to go make some signings, baby. Do we get Trent Shaw? Do we get Trixie Gambit? No, we are getting. We're gonna get some established. No, you know what? We're gonna go for a renowned star. We're gonna look up any. No, sorry, I'm lying to you because we need heels and we need men. So here we go. Searching.
This is always so exciting to see who pops up.
Bobby Lashley. We like Bobby Lashley.
We got Lashley. Eric, which is Ivar's actual partner, could join. You don't want to hinder Jinder.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm definitely signing Bobby Lashley. He is coming on. And then it's either going to be between, I think, Eric. What a name, Eric. And Jinder Mahal. Man. Okay, first things first. Bobby Lashley, we're going to sign him for 3 weeks. We'll see if he does good. If he does good on the roll, we have an extension contract. So here he comes, Bobby Lashley. And why are you annoyed? Was Eric on Raw?
I don't remember him being on
how do I look? Because he's injured, or not injured, annoyed. Okay, whatever. We're taking him anyways. Same deal, 3-week contract. We spent a lot of money this episode. Oh boy. But sometimes you gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah,
so.
I love spending my money when I get it.
Not doing that. Like I said, he's got a new tag part. Ooh, although no, Bobby Lashley's a heel. We gotta go with the face. And our new superstars. He's challenging anyone in the back. Although I would love to put Eric with Ivar. Eric's just showing up. I'm going to team up with Bobby Lashley for now. We're not going to do a thing on that match. Who was upset at me? It was Coffee. We're putting Coffee in a normal match against both low, and not a good chemistry either. That's tough. As a bruiser, we need a fighter. Do I have a good fighter? Damian Priest. Oh, no, 2 heels. Oh man, this does really freaking hurt. I don't know what to do here. Okay, we're gonna put him against Apollo Crews because Apollo Crews does need a match this week. Although it's Cruiser, Bruiser doesn't match up. Guess who we're? Oops, sorry, wrong running. GM interference. We're gonna turn around and give it to Joe Coffey. That's gonna piss off Apollo Crews. But that is okay. Since we're not doing a match, we're gonna have almost call out Apollo Crews, get that going up higher. And our main event is going to be the bisexual Undertaker. Oh, man. Versus... I got to do Seth Rollins. I just got to do it. I got to make it... I'm making this the main event, actually.
It's the return of the I hold my hands like this match.
Yeah.
One of the favorite matches.
And we do have Tamina and Piper... Oh, yeah, these two are going at it. 2 giants in the ring. We might as well keep this going along as well. Again, not a great... I'm not pumped about this card at all. As Cheek would say, I feel like this is let down this week, but...
I say that every week.
I know. We're going to give Alexa Bliss giving us some advertising. We got good call-outs. Damon Uso's coming for the belt. He had a good showing at Bragging Rights, but he did not win the match. That's okay. As a GM, I get to decide, hey, I'm going to give you the title shot anyways. You got to have a good promo, though. You cut a good promo, get a good rivalry going, done. Easy. And I think that's it for this week. Although we do have To the Moon. We're not going to do that. We're not going to screw up anybody yet. Yeah.
Sauce.
Only $8,000 for SmackDown this week. Yikes.
All right, let's get it started. So, in our opener, we do have a titles match for the women's belt. Rhea Ripley against Blair, Zoe, and Indy as I try to formulate what I'm doing with my women's roster. So we'll see how it shakes out. Indy Hartwell, the new champion, and she sparks a rivalry. Blair Davenport. Ricochet cuts one of the weakest promos we have ever seen.
Yikes.
He is nothing without Uncle Howdy. And in the mid card, Kombucha. The new freebie we got against Akira and Kane. Let's see who comes out on top of the triple threat.
Oh, I want Kombucha so bad.
I would have lost.
Ooh,
But
rivalry though.
Okay.
Right. Kane has a little beef with Kombucha.
I like how we've turned
that-
kombucha into a surfer.
Kombucha.
He's got the vibes.
Tidal waves, brah.
Little decent promo for The Miz. Gains 2 popularity for my world champ. And the rivalry renewed that we've all wanted to see.
Oh,
Shinsuke Nakamura against Gunther McGirder. Gets his ass beat.
Okay, good match.
Good little match, though. We got something there. And the rivalry grows of scripts to Cody Rhodes. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, he is in tonight's main event. In putting his title belt on the line against Roman Reigns and Uncle Howdy. Apparently, the fans in the emails wanted to see Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy and Roman Reigns. So here we go.
For the people.
Oh, no
Yes!
way! No!
Time to take over the business, baby.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Unreal. And it even
Now I'm
got
gonna tell you something right now, Daddy. I know my son lost the belt, but if my son had to lose to anybody in all the wrestling world, I couldn't pick anybody better than Uncle Howdy.
Thank you, Dusty Rhodes. And that was WCW this week, apparently.
And over on Raw, we were talking about trades. Valhalla
Hey, yo.
acquired and trade. Going up against Natalia and newly signed Maxine Dupree. And Valhalla makes a
Let's go.
statement. Trying to
Over
prove
with
that
that
she
match,
deserved she deserved more. Even though she's former SmackDown Women's Champion, she wins it here. 2 stars, kickoff rivalry with Maxine Dupree. Tyler Bate comes out with the self-promo. Says, now that I'm on Raw, I'm going to grow to fame that the world's never seen. And one person said, yeah. Finn Balor, former world champion, taking on LA Knight. Yeah. Yeah. LA Knight gets the win over the former champ. 2-star match. And how about this? Chad Gable acquired in trade his first night on Raw, going right after the world champion, kicking off a rivalry there. R-Truth, one half of the tag champs, his partner Josh Briggs got injured, so now he's just fighting by himself, taking on Austin Theory, and Austin Theory gets it done. 2 stars. New rivalry. Tough show for for Raw. And those were the crickets as Angel Garza tried to get a fan. It didn't work. You talk about amazing timing. That was perfect. In the main event, this match, in theory, should deliver. But it's been a tough episode of Raw. It's Charlotte Flair, Io Sky going at it. And Io Sky gets a win. 3 stars, but gets injured for 3 weeks. Very tough scenes. That's what they get for not booking Asuka versus Nikita Lyons.
Literally.
Then we head over to ECW. Pretty low-key episode of Extreme Championship Wrestling. Duke Hudson, headbandless Hudson, as Elton Prince calls him now, trying to finally get one over, but he can't do it. Elton Prince gets the win. Only 2 stars. Get the rivalry up to level 2 for that singles feud. And then Gunther comes out to the ring. We've been referencing it. If you missed Bragging Rights, first off, shame on you. Second of all, check the playlist in the description. Get yourself, make sure you're in all the lore. Gunther won a very competitive 6-man Elimination Chamber match, which not only got me some help in the Bragging Rights special, but it also meant Gunther would get a world title shot. So we have him calling out Sami Zayn here. Let him know that, hey, I saw what you did at SummerSlam. I saw what you did at Bragging Rights, but I'm getting my belt back around my waist. The women's division, pretty much a reset here. So Chelsea Green survived me having to pick somebody to fire because I fired Nikki instead. And Chelsea Green's feeling pretty confident about that, but it doesn't matter. Bianca drops her to the mat, 2 stars. It kickstarts their feud, which we love to see. Kit Wilson calls out Andre Chase, and Moxley says, you really put your faith in a tag team partner that's nothing without his headband. And if you're not careful, Andre, I'm going to take that collared shirt that you wear underneath that sweater. And the rivalry goes to level 3. And then our new concept, the Sacrificial Lamb, also known as Alcatraz, signed to be nothing but a body to be stepped on and disrespected. And Nathan Frazier gets the win in a 1.5-star match. They actually start a feud, so maybe Nathan Frazier's just going to beat his ass for weeks and weeks on end while I interfere on his behalf. And then Andre Chase comes out and he says, hey, you want to know how great this shirt is? Watch me build experience in the ring while I button it up. And he got 10 ring XP for that, which I believe is the max. So that was a very successful training session. And then in the main event, Becky Lynch. She was on WCW. She ended up on Raw. And on Raw, she didn't have a single match. So after acquiring her, I've decided to put her in the ring. Hopefully get a rivalry started. 2.5 stars on her first night with Dakota Kai. And we get the rivalry. So not a lot match rating wise, but a very successful night. We get 4 new rivalries kicked off. We get some other rivalries expanded. And we get a good training session. I'll take it.
And SmackDown, we are starting off with a match that it's got a little bit of a rivalry, so I guess this is a decent match to start off with. Piper Nevin.
Piper never gonna win this match.
Hey, yo, here we go against Tamina. 2 giants going at it in the ring, and Tamina comes out on top.
Let's go.
Throwing the rivalry, disappointing opener. We'll live. Alexa Bliss gets us $13,000. And speaking about $13,000, here comes $15,000 because Apollo Crews is fighting Joe Coffey, even though the Cup of Joe might get injured, actually, now that I think about it. Let's find out together.
No.
Mediocre match. It's just mediocre. Okay, no injury. Almost. It calls out Apollo Crews and says, hey, you're giving everyone a bonus, but you're injuring them. Wasn't the best prize, just so that's why it's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
no, I thought it was
Yeah. Damian Priest going up against Seth freaking Rollins. A little nervous.
Make
The
sure
bisexual
everyone, if you're
Undertaker.
watching the video, you have to hold your hands like they are before he hits.
Here we go.
simulate.
Before I hit simulate, I'm doing it myself. I'm gonna do it with my 2 pinkies. Here we go.
Oh my!
That's freaking Rollins, but he's gonna get injured. He's not gonna get injured, thank God. Okay, here we go. He might get a nice little what do you call it? Spa week, if I do say so myself. Damon Uso calls out the champion, and the champion says, "I take your challenge." He has 100% popularity. The people love Damon Uso, so here he comes, right into the main event fold. And speaking of main events, two little good transitions this week for me on this show.
I'm gonna tell you something, brother. Those are a couple of the best transitions I've ever seen, man. But I'll tell you what's even better than those transitions, dude. That's Hulkamania, brother. Teaming up with Trick Williams, man. Because I'll tell you, Trick Williams is one hell of an athlete, dude. But Carmelo has been holding back since today, dude. The Hulkster brother, me and Gene, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Hulkster brother is gonna take Trick Williams to new heights that he's never seen.
Exactly, and let's see if those new heights are seen. Does Hulk Hogan find his tag partner? He did.
Yes,
They win
there
a
it
match
is.
and a new rivalry. Looking like a new rivalry being cooked up for the next pay-per-view. Makes me kind of wish I gave a little bit more contract to the two boys over on the right side there, but we'll live.
Yeah, write a haiku about it.
Maybe I will.
All right, to do the rundowns here.
Comment haiku, and we get haiku between those two.
I
Just pure
love the
majesty.
haiku.
And we're teaching the youth, which I think is important as well. Elton Prince on WCW takes down Headbandless Hudson in a 2-star match rivalry up to level 2. Bianca Belair over Chelsea Green, 2 stars, kicking off a new feud. Nathan Frazier, 1.5 stars with My Interference, taking down Alcee Traz, the Sacrificial Lamb. And then 2.5 in the main event, Becky Lynch in her first night kickstarts a feud with Dakota Kai. And the tables on the call side, we get Kit Wilson, Andre Chase, level 3. We get Sami Zayn and Gunther started as well. On the SmackDown side, 1.5 stars, Tamina over Piper Never in a 1.5 star match, getting the rivalry to level 2. 2 stars for Joe Coffey, taking down Apollo Crews with the help of Xavier Woods. And these men held their hands the way they hold their hands, and Seth Rollins was able to get the 3 count in this one in a 2.5 star match, taking down former champion Damian Priest. And Hulk Hogan may have finally found his tag team dream as he teams up with Trick Williams to take down Lashley and Eric in a 2.5 star match rivalry as well. Omos gets a rivalry up to level 3 with Apollo, and Damon Uso gets rivalry started with Kevin Owens on the WCW side of things. Excuse me. Indy Hartwell, your new women's champion, winning a 2-star fatal 4-way. Also in this match, Blair Davenport and Zoe Stark have started a singles feud. Kim Bucha comes in and starts a feud with Kane, but it's not enough to get the win as Akira Tozawa wins a 1.5 star triple threat. Gunther McGirder tried to get it done against Shinsuke Nakamura, but Nakamura wins in a 3-star match. The rivalry stays level 2. And in the main event, it's what the people wanted. It's what the people needed. It's Uncle Howdy taking down Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match to win the United States Championship. Also kickstarting a rivalry with Roman Reigns, which the fans told WCW they want to see. Scripps successfully calls out Cody Rhodes, push the rivalry level 3. And then finally, Teddy over there on AI Raw. Valhalla wins a 2-star triple threat against Natalya and Maxine Dupree. Valhalla Dupree start a feud. LA Knight takes down Finn Balor, 2 stars. Austin Theory, 2 stars over R-Truth. Kickstarting rivalry for them. Charlotte Flair over Io Sky in a 3-star match starting rivalry, but Io Sky gets injured for 3 weeks in the process. And Chad Gable with a successful call out of the world champion, Julius Creed. For WCW, 44,000 fans this week, and they get $90,000. A little bit of that power of Uncle Howdy. Over on Raw, they used some sort of card on the fan retention rate.
I should have done that.
So they get 42,000 fans, $77,000. So even with the card, they didn't have it like Cheek had it this week. ECW, low week for me. Sort of expect that. I probably should have used one of those cards now I think about it. 28,000 fans for me, $68,000. And then on SmackDown, Hogan and Trick Williams, to the surprise of nobody, have tag team chemistry. 31,000 fans, $119,000. SmackDown earns blinded by sand, which allows them to select opposing brand to have 0 scouting points to start a week, and no one else did a goal this week. So there are the standings. Going into next week, so Teddy Long has jumped back in front of me by 2,000 fans off of last week's show. And then Cheek is about 63,000 behind me, and he has jumped SmackDown last week. And WCW is 15,000 ahead of SmackDown. So we go to Brooklyn. Where my talent searches will be doubled. Hopefully, nothing. Oh, Alice. Yeah, that's
not LC Trez.
I just picture like this big badass prisoner like doing the thing where you put your 2 index fingers together and go ooh woo, but he's like asking me like, "I do something to make you upset? I'm just wondering why you intentionally would help Nathan doing our match, but not give me a heads up ahead of time. Not cool, DBRC." That's
And then he shanks you.
yeah. And then Nathan Frazier says, "I appreciate the assist. It's God, no, I've got your support. Keep up with great work." And that's clutch too because we got him super popular off that rivalry, but he was annoyed. He was losing quite a bit for a while. He won the last match, but hopefully that will kind of boost him up, even though he is getting rest this week. I think promise-wise, we're good. I did forget to check that last week, so we got lucky. I didn't have any open promises. The game, ooh, 30 ring XP. I have to do that. I have to do that. Okay, so, excuse me, a tornado tag will be happening this week. I would also like to get a tables match just because that would get the first trophy of the season, but we'll kind of see how things go. So let's...
just curious, how much are your scouts right now? Because I hit you with that card.
Oh, yeah, true. This is for learning.
It just doubled.
Yeah, so as we go up, like, if
Oh,
I wanted
yeah.
an immortal this week, 200,000. And I like to, we pointed out in other stuff, like we just pointed out with that retention rate thing last week. I like that they put the little logo there to like let you know, like, hey, a card affected this, like that little WWE logo by the cost. It's a little QL, a little quality of life. I appreciate that. All right, so I don't know why that has a little thing on it, but that's future Cody's problem. I don't think I'm gonna do an upgrade this week, so I'm gonna do that tornado tag for sure. I just gotta figure out who goes into this tornado tag. Excuse me. So this is where that signing would have come in, but Nathan Frazier can't be this week anyway. I'm thinking about doing something kind of funkadelic. This is something the WWE would actually do. And that's actually have Sami Zayn and Gunther team up. Take these. Oh man, the staminas are kind of low though.
Do it, you coward.
It's tempting. I could also have do the exact same thing, but with Chase U, who's better stamina. Good God. That would put Sammy at a little bit of risk. But that power card's just too good. Okay, so Big E can't fight Logan Paul anymore. So I do need a heel for him to call out. So I'm gonna wait on Big E getting his rivalry. Okay, Chelsea Green's in a good spot. We're gonna give her the tables match with Bianca, just so we get that tables mission done. I think I want this to main. And then this week it's gonna be Kit Wilson because he has the most stamina. You get to be the person to beat Alcatraz, thanks to me running in. And if Alcatraz gets pissed and leaves, then I just get the like $17 left on his contract back, so that's okay.
I pick up a new Alcatraz.
Yeah. And then we'll go Lynch and Dakota again. Oops. And then let's see. Nathan Frazier, we're gonna do training with Nathan Frazier. It's not gonna give him as much of his stamina back, but that'll give him to level 10, and maybe I can get a thing where his stamina gets better.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry, Nathan Frazier. Thank you. Doing a little training. Let's have Logan Paul self promo.
You see, he's running a skeleton crew here.
Yeah, this is nuts. And I'm gonna have Elton Prince call out headbandless Hudson. So I think that'll work. It's another tough week for ECW. We're gonna try to get things situated. I did not. Well, I definitely have to have that at all times. The way I've been. Do I want to use that on someone right now to just avoid stress? I think I'm gonna hold. Big E's got 4 weeks. That's plenty of time for me to need to sign somebody later. And since we know that these can't get used on pay-per-views now, thank you, Kanda, for that catch during our SummerSlam show. I think I'm gonna use this week because I had a really bad week last week. I'm gonna toss this on. Hopefully, not have a bad week this week. And I think you'll gain 10. That's not free scouting though, so I'm gonna leave that. And I'm gonna grab. No, I can't. I don't have. I do have the money. I am gonna have $1,600 because I don't want Sami Zayn getting injured. Bang. Okay. Nothing like living at the margin, folks. Oof. All right, we do the tornado tag. That is gonna be sweet. I'm really excited to use that card. I'll use that the next week to boost somebody, but I feel pretty good about it. I think the curve opener and the main, I might have those flipped, but we'll see what happens. Oof. All right, I'm passing it on.
Oh, here we go. Oh no. Hey Xavier, how about giving me the courtesy of a heads up the next time he gets cute to shoot up to one of my matches and help my opponent? Whatever, dude. Well, guess what? You got me $15,000 even for losing. He's a little bit decreased. Maybe we have to give him the boost. We'll figure it out. Hulk Hogan.
Now let me tell you something, brother. I don't think you understand this, Woods, man. I think you need to know, dude, that Hulkamania is a little bit of a master on the mic, brother. So I'd like to make my mark during a promo during tonight's show, dude.
You got it, sir.
Great. The Hulkamaniacs, brother, they're going to love what I have to say. Jack.
My name's Xavier. Okay, we're good. Schedule a run-in your most popular. I don't know. No, it's a run-in, not GM, so it's not going to count. Special promotion. We are going
that
to
is the one that can
run-in.
Yeah, and that's the one that can get used at a pay-per-view.
True. Very true. Okay, here we go. Promote 3 superstars to a new rank. Haven't done that yet. We need a call-out promo in the worst of ways. We're going to end up spending $1 million eventually. Ooh, Extreme Rules and a call-out? Maybe. Renew the contract and advertising. And oh, we're good. We're golden goose over here. So Hulk Hogan wants to cut a promo. You got it, dude. Jack, brother. The main event is going to be Damon Uso versus Kevin Owens. Damon Uso, as I said earlier, stepping into the main title scene. It is not going to be a title match, but it is our main event. Damon Uso, if you fucking somehow are closing your eyes the whole episode, has 100 popularity. Whew. I know that's how Cheek's watching this episode this week. I think we are going to put in this match now. We're going to save the title match for the pay-per-view so Seth Rollins doesn't cry home to his mama. Over here, we're going to get... Oops. Sorry, sir. Oh, draft order. I know you could sort that. That's kind of fun. Gender. Oh, they need a break this week.
Never.
Bobby Lashley is going to get into a singles match this week, and it's going to be against the guy he lost last week. He's going to go up against Trick Williams because they got that bruiser fighter heel face chemistry. I hope that kicks off a little feud between them. And Damian Bisexual Undertaker is ready to go, so we're gonna put him. I don't have anything for him to do right now. That's the worst part. Maybe I'm gonna go look and see if I can find him.
Like Jake Zonnet. Oh, someone good.
We're gonna get somebody good. It's gonna be a male.
Old legend?
No, we're going icon. We're going icon to get that level 3 boost. If we need to change them into something else, we can. That's fair. Class, we're going to keep it the same, even though I'm looking for Damian Priest is a bruiser, if I'm not mistaken. Might as well go look right now.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Fighter. Okay. So you
Fighter.
want a
I need a bruiser. The talent scouts. We're gonna go icons, male. We're gonna leave it because we're gonna leave it open to changing roles if we need to because we have a level 15. So Drew McIntyre. Oh, Randy Orton, Sheamus.
Sheamus and the Fiend. Holy shit! What a draw.
And I think we have to take the Fiend. He's the cheapest. He's got the bruiser that we needed. So Randy Orton, as much as I want him, how do I? Info is
Y triangle.
No, that's how do I want help?
Try select.
Oh no, not help like that. Select. I don't know how to check his
What are you trying
thing.
to check?
like his oh, I just have to go buy him. I'm new here. Oh Christ, he can't become a bruiser. Damn it.
Ooh.
But
He's
he
got
is a
the
face.
versatility.
Do I have to spend a week to change him, class?
Wait, is bisexual
fighter
Undertaker
to
a
bruiser?
face or is he a heel?
He's a face. I know that takes a week to change to a heel, but do I need to take a week to change Randy Orton from a fighter to a bruiser?
Yeah, it's a promo slot.
okay.
Yeah.
Then we're doing this. We're doing very well for sure. Because he's got the bruiser class. He can change into a fighter if we need him to. Maybe that's always what they change into. And he's got the rule breaker role. So we are. Oh, and promo scale 4 to 5.
And he's
got the good
optimistic.
promo.
He's
role.
smiling in his photo and in his morale.
He really is. And who wouldn't be when you're joining SmackDown? I'd smile.
And Cheek for teaching you some lore. The Fiend and Uncle Howdy are good buddies.
Maybe we have to make a
Maybe,
trade.
trade in the works.
Okay, we're going Damian Priest and our newest signing, The Fiend. Hopefully get him up there. We're gonna do. I gotta figure out my run-in. I gotta figure out my. I don't want to piss off either of these two. So you know what? We're gonna give it to Bobby Lashley this week. He said, "Hey, you signed me, and then you left me to the Wolves against Hulk Hogan. So can you have my back this week?" I said, "Sure. That sounds quite nice." Honestly, nope, maybe I will. I'm gonna change this match to Ivar versus Kevin Owens. No, Eric versus Kevin Owens. But a run-in is happening. Not a world title match. I'll tell you that for free. We needed advertising. So our girl Alexa Bliss is going back in there. She's gonna lose some popularity, but we're gonna take that hit. Hulkamaniacs Hulkster's cutting a promo to the Hulkamaniacs, and we needed a call out. That's what we needed. As we know, tag team call out doesn't work, so we're not wasting our time there. And Piper Never Gonna Lose is calling out Tamina. There we go. We got everything. We got a run in. We have our GM interference. We have our self promo advertising call out. And on our most popular, I didn't catch that part. 65, 86. Oh boy.
So you would have to do the run in on Damon Uso.
No. Oh shit. True.
The only time I've ever
Wait,
immediately known who the most popular is.
Oh, available. Yeah. So okay. Oh man. This. Okay. No. We're good. Oh.
What the hell? Oh, you just auto booked.
I was auto booked. Fuck.
Yikes.
Okay, I remember everything. Don't worry. Here we go. Watch this. Boom. Hulk Hogan.
Oh shit.
Yikes.
What will I do next week? What will I do next week? Find out. Not live.
This man has lost his composure.
I feel like
Oh my god. Somebody needs to stop me. Oh,
I don't know why.
please.
That's just maybe this thing. Of the first show that came to my mind of like what this reminded me of for some reason was Pee Wee Herman. I just feel like this would be something wild that happened in the Playhouse, I guess.
Okay, here we go. We're good there. Damn it. Because I wanted to do this and change him to somebody. Seth doesn't have the. It just would make so much more sense with like a big beefy guy, but that's fine. We got to do what we got to do.
In there.
Carmelo Hayes, interference, run in. There we go. Now that's got to change from the. We'll make this the main event because they got the rivalry going. Our mid card. See, we made it back. Bobby Lashley versus Trick. We didn't forget that. and I did forget our. No, it was Bisexual Undertaker versus Bray. We got it. And because this match, we're gonna make it a tables match, just because there's nothing really here. Bray's got 54 popularity, so not the best opener. So if we throw a little tables match in there, I'm feeling great. I missed my GM interference because I'm a goofball. We are gonna do. We said Bobby Lashley. Got it. Okay, don't press R3 or L3 or whatever it is.
For the...
Oh, it was a good one. It was the
Oh, that's right. That's right.
promotion. So for power cards this week, we've got bad publicity. Yep. Thank you. See ya. No, we're not going to take that. And injury rehab by 1 week. That's tough for 30,000. We're going to leave that. Hell Spa, Seth Rollins going for a bath this week.
Well, I'm gonna get a pedicure.
Oh my word!
If I left that, I just would have. I just would have ended the recording for us. I just would have left the call. 0 scouting points. Don't need that right now. Get schooled. Immediately gains the 5 ring experience. We're gonna give it to Demuso actually. Get him up a little bit. Stop that right now.
Oh my word!
No, it's because I'm in the thing, like the stupid power card thing, and then I'm trying to back out of it. Oh, yeah, you get it. Okay. I'm pressing start before I literally ruin our whole night.
Imagine.
Are you sure you want to quit the game?
Oh my god.
What?
A lot of emails.
Oh, it's negotiation time.
Well, I got 143,000. So Rikishi, can't say I've been loving it. 100. Whoa!
You could say talk figures and then see what the lower amount is, I think.
Yikes! You know what? What's he at? He's only 65 pop. I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to your sweet cheeks. We just can't afford to keep them right now. It doesn't
slowly depart.
Yeah, it doesn't. The exodus is coming. It doesn't make sense financially right now. I do want to see what Triple H wants real quick. So he likes the acquisition McGirder is doing better than expected. Maybe a little push to become a bona fide superstar. Here's a to the moon power card. Might be helpful establishing him.
Plus
Let's
15
go.
pop. Anybody's 60 or less after their next match.
So I can put somebody on. Of course, Triple H wants the Girdster.
The Girdinator.
All right, and then Kane, he wants to be renewed. He's not in a current rivalry, but he is 68.
Kombucha.
Oh, he is? Oh, yeah.
Come on,
Sorry.
dude. That's totally
I'm
tubular, man.
blind. We're gonna talk figs.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say, how about 72?
Boom.
All right. Oh no, Shinsuke says, "Ching Hong, yeah." And then somebody tries to translate it, and it basically says he wants to have a little partnership, and he basically wants me to run in for him for a match. So I guess I can do that.
He's gonna be happy after that.
Cody Rhodes, not happy about losing his belt.
And I'm going to tell you something right now, too. You better be giving my son a rematch for that WCW United States Championship. If anybody else gets a match before him, then you're going to meet the bionic elbow.
Dusty, shut up. I already gave him a shot.
Okay, thank you so much, Daddy. I appreciate that, son.
I know. So, right off rip here, Commissioner Goal for the week. Ensure that your least popular available giant is in a match. And what do I get? I get a bargain bin special effects. Not bad. Alright, I do want to check on these. I need 3 more to get to. So I'm going to keep grinding my talent scouts. I think we're going to search. And then, man, we need to book some tag team matches. And I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I guess I got to start. Spending some money on promos.
Yeah, it's just tough to, unless you're doing like class change and stuff or charity. Like it's tough to build that number up.
All right. Let's see. We only have 70,000 for this week, so I don't think I'm gonna use a lot of time and money doing scouting for this week. But I do want to look at this to the moon. So this is anybody under 60 popularity, we can get. It might be good to get Rhea Ripley up there, to be honest. Have a real dominant woman. Triple H wants the Girdster. That would give me a good bruiser. Oh, man. You know what? Let's do it. Let's give the Girdster. I think Ripley I can kind of get her there on her own. I just haven't really been focused on the women as much. So I will do that. And then I don't really have anything I want to use other than the cards. So let's get to booking with a little home cooking. So, all right, we're going to go back to the triple threat match. We're going to get Cody Rhodes. He wanted his shot again with, I don't even remember who it was, brother.
He's just so popular. He's at the top of the list now, baby.
Uncle Howdy. And who else? It was Roman Reigns, yeah. And that'll be another title belt. Can Uncle Howdy keep the belt? All right. Is this everything? So yeah, that'll be complete. And I think that's... And Shinsuke needs
3 weeks to do that.
All right. I can do that. It's not bad.
Fail.
Ooh. That's sad. Alright. Alright, so let's get Shinsuke. We're going to interfere. And
I think that one you got to do GM interference.
Oh, whoopsie daisies. There we go. Alright. And he's going against the rising star, Gunther.
The Girder.
Gurdinator. And then for this week, we will continue to do our female fatal 4-way for the belts. And I'm going to get tags for the women's at some point. But anyways. And Ricochet just kind of hanging out since Uncle Howdy's moved on to bigger and better things. The Miz needs to find a rivalry, somebody to be in a rivalry with. I might get him in a triple threat match just to see if anything's gonna pop off. Let's do... Let's do Braun Strowman. And since he's in a rivalry with John the Fish Herman, we're going to put him in there. And then also Fatal 4-Way here because Cody Rhodes and Scripps. So we're going to sauce this up a little bit. Now we are cooking, boys. And this is...
Oh.
Yeah, boy. We sauce them up. This is a big show for everyone at WCW. All right, and then Kane. Let's see. Let's just have Kane do a little self-pro. Let's see if Ricochet can recover from his porous self-promo last week. And then Keish, I want to see if he can just say goodbye one last time to those sweet cheeks and just get us some advertising, because who cares about his popularity after this. So, a little farewell send-off. That's a pretty solid show, I'm not gonna lie. We only spent $7,000 this week, and I think hopefully we'll get some money, and next week we can go into the free agent world maybe.
Also, I just realized too, when you're on logistics, it made my brain turn on. The reason I had that logo on my arena is because of my shake-up card giving me the arena change. So that was, you probably had those on the Giants last month where it's just like letting you know that you're doing the thing for a shake-up.
Nice. I like it. All right, man. That's about it. don't think there's anything else to do. So without further ado, that's our show.
Amazing.
All right, we kick it off with the AI Raw, and I am not a fan of the opening contest.
Oof.
Because Nikita Lyons is fighting not Asuka, but instead Tiffany Stratton, who wins despite Charlotte trying to run in on her.
Oh my God. Poor Lions.
Nikita Lyons' record has got to be doo-doo.
That is a tough scene. Also, the
He's 1-7.
3.5 stars on that match with a run-in is pretty wild. R-Truth calls out Austin Theory, lost to him last week, calls him out this week, gets their rivalry up to level 2. And then Asuka teaming up with Valhalla, was impressed with what she brought to the table last week. Taking on Maxine Dupree and Natalya. Maxine and Natalya get the win in a 2.5 star match. Finn Balor cutting himself promo. He feels a little bit lost without that world title, but he gets 2 fans in the meantime. Tyler Bate teaming up with Otis. Otis trying to welcome him in to Raw. They're taking on Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Theory and Garza get the win. 2.5 stars, kickstarting a tag feud. LA Knight says, "Do you like charity?" And the crowd goes, "Yeah." And they get 3,750 fans. And then the main event, Chad Gable.
Uh-huh.
Does he pull it off?
He's their new Damon Uso.
Come on, Chad.
Can they make Chad Gable the new David Uso? Chad Gable does it.
No.
Goes to Raw, leaves SmackDown, takes down their world champ and puts him in a hospital for 4 weeks.
God.
Chad
What an
Gable's taking
amazing
over.
match.
He's a man
Did I
on a
make
mission.
the wrong move? Did I make the wrong move?
He's got a chip on his shoulder. And right now, he's looking at SmackDown. He's saying, "Shoosh." Over on ECW, we used Network Special because I'm not really sure what's going to happen this week. We're transitioning out of a lot of great feuds ending, trying to get ourselves back on our feet with a very thin roster. And it's kicking off Chelsea Green, Bianca Belair in a tables match. Bianca gets another win. 2.5 stars, rivalry up to level 2. Nathan Frazier does a little bit of training, working on his accent, working on taking over the role of Kaiser. And he gets 7 ring XP in the process. Then we went to Dakota Kai, Becky Lynch singles match. Even though this didn't have a stipulation, it was tempting to put this at the top. These two do have better popularity. We'll see if I made the right decision. It ended up being a neutral decision. 2.5 stars for these two, but I feel confident those two grow in popularity, leveling things up. Speaking of growing in popularity, Logan Paul is up 1 popularity. Crazy scenes, unbelievable scenes. The former television champion trying to reset himself for something new. Then Alcatraz sombers down to the ring, getting ready for his match, and he's so excited to face Kit Wilson in a fair contest. And all of a sudden, I walk out to the ring and help Kit Wilson win the match in a 1-star match. It's what we expect out of a lot of those with the interference. No worries there. We're just trying to get through that challenge. And then Elton Prince comes out to the ring dangling the headband, but headbandless Hudson doesn't even come out to answer him. So the rivalry does not grow. And Elton Prince wonders if the victim of his bullying has grown too strong. But then it's because Duke Hudson comes out with Andre Chase. And Andre Chase, before they step into the ring with Gunther and Sami Zayn, who are getting ready to feud for the world title, Andre Chase takes his sweater and he cuts off part of it around his left wrist and he puts it over Duke Hudson's head and says, "You're more than just a headband. You're a superstar." But it didn't fucking matter because Gunther and Sami Zayn get the win regardless. Then Duke Hudson, with tears in his eyes, looks at Andre Chase, realizing that he needs his headband.
No kidding. Over on SmackDown, I feel like I should have done the network special as well, but I didn't. I'm taking the gamble. And we have Damian Priest, the bisexual Undertaker, against the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, our newest addition over on SmackDown. I just realized Damian Priest is not a face. He's happy. Fuck. He's happy. He's not a face. I was looking at his stupid little green face, his morale, and I thought, oh, okay, never mind. Damn it. That's fine. We can live. We're gonna put
Now let me tell you something, brother. You want to talk about living? There is no better way to live, man, than the way the Hulkster and his Hulkamaniacs live. So if you want to hop, dude, on my back, I'll swim across every ocean, dude, with these 24-inch pythons, man. And it doesn't matter who my tag team dream is. I'm taking over. Smack diddly down.
And 4 people thought that was a great promo. Bobby Lashley says, "Hey, I want a one-on-one against Trick Williams. They beat me last week. I believe that was a fluke. Let's see what happens." Looks like Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes falling out of the tag team for now, just because it was stale. Did not want to get that stale. So Bobby Lashley versus Trick Williams, and the Lashinator pulls it off. But we had the GM interference on that. That is okay. Advertising for Alexa Bliss. She gets another 12.5. Doesn't lose anything.
Wow.
She is great at cutting advertising promos. Who wouldn't want to listen to Alexa Bliss? Again, our mid-card, 100 popularity. Maybe with his popularity, I should have thrown him into the main event. But we have Damon Uso versus Carmelo Hayes because Kevin Owens is running in. Damon Uso says, I need a match here. Yeah, we're going to give him a good one. Oh, true. It might have been DQ. Might have been a DQ. It was just a normal match. So Damon Uso loses, which is fine. You can live with that because hopefully it grows the rivalry. Speaking of rivalry growing, Piper Never says, I'm never going to stop ragging on Tamina. That rivalry growing. Omos versus Apollo Crews. Please don't get injured, as Apollo Crews has the shakeup on him that gives us 15K every time he's in a match. But injury rates are up as he pulls out the victory, growing the rivalry in an amazing match. That is our main event. That was a good main event. We love that.
All right. And over to WC Dub. And what an opener. Our title match is World Champion Miz against Andre the Giant. Braun Strowman and John the Fish Herman somehow snagged an opportunity to get into this match because he's riding the coattails of that rivalry of Braun Strowman. So let's see. Oh, the Miz amongst all giants. And Braun Strowman is hurt. He had pretty tough stamina, so that one was kind of a given. But yeah, the Miz, surprise, keeps his belt. And Kane cuts a little self-promo, nothing too crazy. And in the mid-card, this is what Shinsuke wanted. He says, help me win this match because Triple H is pushing for Gunther McGirder to get over. So we said, okay, I got you, Shinsuke. And it was an okay match. Self-promo Ricochet,
Nice.
barely a little. The crowd goes mild. And in the mid-card, the title match for the ladies. Let's see. Indy Hartwell. Proving she's a great wrestler. And another rivalry. Yeah, double pop on the rivalry. So that's pretty good. Our women's division, a little lacking right now. Like I said, I've been trying to see what I could do to address that. And Rikishi on his farewell on WCW gets us a fat wad of cash so we can remember his fat, luscious ass by. And he loses popularity, but again, doesn't matter. Goodbye, Quiche. And in the main event, Fatal 4-Way title match. Uncle Howdy's got more belts than a belt store. Anyways,
belts.
Yeah, it's a lot of belts, basically, is my gist. Can he keep one of those belts? Roman Reigns, Scripps, Cody Rhodes all want a piece of it. Does he keep his strap?
Oh, yes,
No!
Daddy, my son does it again.
So Cody Rhodes gets his belt back. The rivalry grows between Howdy and Reigns, and Cody Rhodes and Scripps take their rivalry to yet another level.
New heights.
New heights.
Solid
Unprecedented.
Solid week for us, considering I don't think any of us. Well, Cheek, I feel like you knew going in, but Ken, I think we did all right with what we thought would be lackluster shows. Bianca kicks it off for my lackluster show. I can't even say the word lackluster. 'cause
Wow.
I'm just too positive of a person to say that about myself. It's a 2.5-star match. Rivalry grows as Bianca puts Chelsea Green through a table. 2.5 stars again as Becky Lynch defeats Dakota Kai. Their rivalry does not move. I helped Kit Wilson defeat Alcee Trez. he may storm out next week. We'll have to see. And Andre Chase, he gave part of his own sweater to try to help his partner Duke Hudson, but it didn't matter. Sami Zayn and Gunther get a 3-star victory in a tornado tag. On the call side, Elton Prince tried to call Duke Hudson. Rivalry did not move. Over on SmackDown, 1.5 stars as Damian Priest takes down the debuting Fiend Bray Wyatt. We got 2 stars as Xavier Woods helps Bobby Lashley take down Trick Williams, kickstarting a rivalry. Damon Uso falls to Carmelo Hayes after the interference of Kevin Owens, 2.5 stars. And in the main event, Apollo Crews and Omos have their feud go to level 4 in a 4-star affair with Crews getting the victory. Piper never calls out Tamina and gets the rivalry up to level 3. Over on WCW, The Miz hangs on to his world title in a fatal 4-way against Andre the Giant, Braun Strowman, and John the Fish Herman in a 3.5-star affair. Braun Strowman out 3 weeks in that match. Tyler Breeze helps Shinsuke Nakamura take down the man that Triple H wants to strap a rocket to, Gunther McGirder, in a 2.5-star match. Indy Hartwell hangs on to her women's championship. She kickstarts a feud with Rhea Ripley. Blair Davenport and Zoe Stark have their rivalry go up to level 2 in a 2.5-star match. And in the main event, 4 stars here as well. Cody Rhodes gets back the United States Championship. What a ride it was for Uncle Howdy there. Cody Rhodes and Scripps have the rivalry go to level 4. Uncle Howdy and Roman Reigns have the rivalry go up to level 2. And then finally for AI Raw, Nikita Lyons fights somebody else, but the result is the same, and it is a loss as Tiffany Stratton takes her down, despite Charlotte Flair literally trying to help Nikita Lyons win. Maxine Dupree and Natalya defeat Valhalla and Asuka in a 2.5-star tag. Also in a 2.5-star tag, Angel Garza and Austin Theory defeat Tyler Bate and Otis. And in the main event, Chad Gable, 4 stars, takes down Julius Creed, becoming Raw's new world champion just a couple weeks after arrival. And R-Truth calls out Austin Theory, getting their rivalry up to level 2. For Raw, Tyler Bate and Otis have chemistry. 51,000 fans for Raw, $69,000 for me. Sami Zayn and Gunther work well as a tag team. I used the network special, so you can see I got the plus 13,000 fans for doing that. 48,000 overall, $28,000. For SmackDown, they get 30,000 fans and bring in $112,000. Nice cash date for SmackDown. And then on WCW, 55,000 fans. WCW's on a heater right now and $107,000. So there is my 5 challenges, first trophy of the year. So the picture will say I'm in first, but if you didn't watch last year's series, obviously this year we are doing it, whoever gets the 10 trophies first, but I think we're on the same boat. We still want to have the most fans, so we're still fighting out there because I assume Teddy Long has extended his lead. We get schooled 3 for our challenge. That's going to be huge. Get the tables we get for doing the tables challenges, so a couple extra power cards. SmackDown gets a huge one here. Special promotion, going to be able to help SmackDown retain some fans at a time they choose. They also get the bargain bin special for the seasonal challenge pot stir. I read that as pot stripper for a second, and I believe that's for the call-out promos. So here are the standings. So although the game does have me in first by game logic, which will end up determining this at the end, Teddy Long still leads in fans. He's ahead of me by 5,000. WCW is 62,000 behind me, and SmackDown is 40,000 behind WCW. So we'll send it off to my emails. Okay, I was like, I don't know who the hell's got emails. All right, so Triple H is telling me this is just your classic. The first time you break one of the core rules, since I had 2 heels fighting each other, Triple H is telling me that's bad. No surprise there. Oh, shit. All right, we'll deal with that in a sec. Did I do something to make you upset? I'm just wondering why you would intentionally help Kit during our match, but not give me the heads up ahead of time. I feel like we just talked about this, Ted. And so Alcatraz is very upset. But this right here is interesting, folks. Andre Chase offered part of his sweater to Duke Hudson. And now he says he's the reason we keep losing our tag team matches. I can't drill it into his skull. Let me prove who the problem is. Give me a singles match tonight, and I'll show him how it's done. So I think that is easy enough. We'll give him a singles match
Hit him against Hudson.
I might have to. It might have to be a chase you off on the next episode of ECW. But if you want to see that next episode of ECW, you're going to have to subscribe to the channel. I would advise liking the video because that doesn't hurt either. Because that's where we're sealing this one off. If you're newer, as the applause rains in, that applause really honestly goes out to you guys. Channel keeps growing. We're closing in on 1,000 subs, which is super exciting. There's a chance that when this video drops, we already hit it. So fingers crossed. But even if we haven't by the time this drops, things are going really well. It's super exciting to see you all getting involved. The comments have been nuts. The people coming in for the live premieres is nuts. And definitely appreciate it. I'll kick it off here for the wrap up. I feel pretty good. Obviously, I jumped Teddy at the pay-per-view, fell behind him, but I'm not too far back of him. Got the first trophy of the year. Starting to kind of move my roster. The biggest thing I'm worried about right now is I don't have a lot of roster depth. So I've got to find ways to strategically add people to the roster that can help the show, because otherwise I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble stamina-wise. Excited to use that Ring XP 3 card in the next video. Boost somebody up XP-wise, maybe unlock a perk for someone. But it's going to be a little bit of a fight. Canada, I'm going to go to you next. You're, we're all kind of in a similar spot, like building new feuds and everything. Where's your head at? You've got Damon Uso in here, kicking off in a big way with Kevin Owens. You've got big things popping. Hogan's finding tag partners. Apollo Crews and Omos just put on a great 4-star match. How are you feeling after this set of booking?
Honestly, I feel like I blinked and became in last place under 40,000 fans. I have no clue how that happened. Actually, I'm going to have to watch this episode and SummerSlam back to see where the hell I went wrong. But you know what? We fight. We grind. We're going to have some great matches, great feuds coming up for this pay-per-view. Maybe I'll use some retention cards. And hey, you know what? We got that shake-up card that's going to get us 15K every single week as long as Apollo Crews is fighting. And guess what? He's going to be fighting every single week.
Yeah, and that's where the shakeups are so much fun because they really can. I mean, that's why they're called a shakeup. They can shake up the game in a big way. And I do agree. You grabbed an extra special promotion card. I know you have, I think, another one of those, or maybe a network special. You've got some cards for retention rate as well. Some good matches out there. So good chance for you to get back in the fold. And then Cheek, I'm going to go to you now. Huge episode for you. Both episodes of WCW went over super well. You didn't use like a retention card or anything like I used a retention card, got some good fans. You were getting the good fans naturally. So coming off of the giant battles, the beef battles, you've transitioned well. You seem to be on a roll here. How you feeling over at WCW?
I feel really good. I was a little worried about what I was going to do because all I did for the past, month's worth of bookings was just beef. So now I actually have to mix it up, and I feel like we've transitioned pretty well. I just need to manage stamina, and my shake-up card will help with that, but I feel really good. I feel like we're focusing on, more of the fight styles and things like that to make the matches really blossom. And like I said, hopefully you can bring a few more females into the mix. That way I don't have to schedule Fatal 4-Ways constantly. Can help, Ripley get her popularity up and maybe get her and Indy Hartwell doing a little something. But I would love to get women's tag matches going, and maybe Uncle Rico, they need to get their tag belts going. They need to get a rivalry too. So that's probably going to be my focus going forward, is getting both sides of the tag rivalries to pop. But yeah, besides that, I was pretty happy with this first 2 weeks. So hopefully we can keep climbing the ladder and maybe get a trophy soon and catch up to Raw and you a little bit.
Yeah, those trophies are the game changer this year. Last year our GM mode, we didn't start it until we were getting closer to 2K24, so we just did one season and said whoever has the most fans is the winner. This time we're planning to do multiple seasons, so those trophies definitely coming into play. Got the first one here tonight, but obviously there's still 9 more to go, and I know you guys are going to be getting those trophies as well. The next episode will be another set of 2 weeks of booking. Going to be high intensity, and as Cheek grows our roster, I got my eyes because of bragging rights, I will get to steal a superstar after the next pay-per-view. So I'm paying attention to...
Just as I'm starting to get Momo.
I'm paying attention to WCW. Cheek will be able to offer a little protection since he did get a win during bragging rights, but I've gotta keep my eyes on WCW. I gotta watch out for Teddy, and I gotta watch out for Canadian-based cards. But either way, thank you guys so much as always. Genuinely awesome stuff. If you're at this point in the video and you haven't, take a quick look. Subscribing to the channel is a huge help to us. If you like the video, tell a friend and leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let us know, some of your favorite stories, superstars you're seeing and everything. But until the next episode, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.